What's going on, guys? New York Sports up here, and I'm back at it with another MLB video. So today in this video, I'm going to be doing the 5 sleeper teams going into the MLB season. So I did a sleeper teams for the NFL video a while back, and I'm going to be doing one for the MLB. So let's get into it. So the first team I have on this list is the Cincinnati Reds. The Cincinnati Reds had a great offseason. They have Eugenio Suarez on the team, who's a beast. Joey Votto, who's a really good veteran. They have Aristides Aquino, who killed the ball last year. They also got guys like guys on the bench like Jesse Winker and Shogo Akiyama could be underrated players this year. And their pitching is really good with Luis Castillo and Sonny Gray and Trevor Bauer. I really like their rotation. They got a solid bullpen, and they had a really, really good offseason. They signed Nicholas Castellanos. They signed Mike Moustakas. I really thought they did well this offseason. I think they had the best offseason out of all the MLB teams in the National League. I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Reds to be a sleeper team and maybe possibly win the division for the National League Central this season. The second team I have on this list is the Chicago White Sox. Now, the White Sox still don't have great pitching, so it's tough to see them going to the playoffs this year, but the White Sox had a really good offseason, signing Edwin Encarnacion, Nomar Mazara, and Yasmani Grandal. They had a really good offseason. They also signed Dallas Keuchel. Once again, their rotation isn't great, but I think it can improve this year, and their offense is completely stacked. The White Sox, although I can't see it, maybe they can make a wildcard spot because of their weak division. They're my second team. For the third team I have on this list is the New York Mets. The New York Mets, once again, had a very disappointing season last year. I thought they were going to be a playoff team last year, but their bullpen really struggled. Guys like Edwin Diaz really struggled, but they did sign Dylan Betances in the offseason. If he could stay healthy, he could be a really solid reliever. Seth Lugo had a great season last year, and their pitching rotation is still fantastic without Noah Syndergaard. They got Marcus Stroman, Jacob deGrom, who's the best starting pitcher in Major League Baseball. They signed Rick Porcello and Michael Wacha, which are nice signings. They have Steven Matz, and the Mets' rotation is really good, and their offense is also really solid with Michael Conforto, Pete Alonso, Jeff McNeil, and Ahmed Rosario, Wilson Ramos, guys like that. They have a really solid overall team, and personally, I think the Mets are definitely a playoff team in 2020. For the fourth team I have on this list is the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks had a really solid season last year. Personally, I thought the Diamondbacks were going to have a rebuilding year last year, but they had a really solid season. Ketel Marte had an MVP-like year last year. They have Eduardo Escobar, who's super underrated. They got David Peralta. They got Nick Ahmed, who are really solid players. Carson Kelly is a nice, solid young catcher. They got a really nice starting pitching. They have Madison Bumgarner. They have Zach Gallen. They have Robbie Ray. I really like the rotation. I like what the Diamondbacks did in the offseason. I think they're definitely a sleeper team in 2020. And for the fifth and final team on this list, I have probably the most disappointing team last season, which is the Philadelphia Phillies. Now, the Phillies, once again, didn't have a great offseason. They did get Zach Wheeler and Didi Gregorius, and they hired Joe Girardi, which was a really good signing for them. But personally, I do think the Phillies do play in a really tough division. The Nationals, Braves, and Mets are really good teams. They do have the Marlins, who are bad, but once again, that's a really tough division in the National League East. The Phillies have a lot of talent, but if their pitching can improve, I can't really see them making a playoff spot. But if their pitching can step up and their bullpen can step up, and Bryce Harper can have an MVP year as well as JT Realmuto, I think the Phillies could possibly be a playoff team in 2020. So that's going to do it for this one. I just wanted to make this video. 5 sleeper teams going into the 2020 season. Who are your 5 sleeper teams going into the season? Put it down in the comments below. And yeah, I'm excited for some MLB baseball. Hopefully you guys are too. So that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.